Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Craig Martin with Fathers on Cue. Welcome back to the channel. And today, as you already know, I'm gonna have a topic for today. And just a little update. Really getting ready for the Easter season. Good Friday's approaching, and also Easter Sunday. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that on Thursday. But right now, today's topic is keep going, it'll be worth it. So when you say keep going, sometimes we're going through some things that sorry about that. Sometimes we're going through some things that have gotten us depressed, maybe gotten us angry, may have upset us, what have you. But looking as we move forward, we got to keep going, because sometimes we got to go through it in order to see the reasons at the other side. So a lot of people, it's been like a quote that's been around. It's like, when you're going through hell, ain't nobody tell you to stop, keep going. So when you're going through it, ain't no sense in stop there, leaving your feelings there, leaving your fears there, leaving your disappointments there, leaving whatever there. Understand there's a hope and a future move as you move forward. So I don't know exactly where this topic came from, but I just wrote it today. So most of the time I do my writing at nighttime or in the early morning, because it seems like I get a lot more inspiration when it's quiet and, not dealing with a lot of general noise or what have you of the world. So those times are definitely the times I come up with my best ideas, what have you. So pardon me 1 second. And then talking with a few people the last couple of days, we never know, even where we're going through stuff, people are still watching us. And I did not really understand what that meant until a couple of days ago. I talked to one of my friends, I haven't talked to him in about 15 years or so, and he had dropped a few things on me that I had no idea that, so you don't know who's watching you, even from peer to peer. You don't know who's watching. You don't know what type of inspiration you're providing to someone that you don't even know, but you're doing it because you're inspiring people just because who you are. So when I say keep going, because you don't know who that person is. I mean, you're happy most of the time, but there's days when you're not. However, those people are still watching. So how you handle those days when you're not, you're in distress, when you're stressed, when you're not feeling that you can help anybody, those are the days where you just got to keep going. And I've been there and done that a lot over my whole life. You just have those days or weeks or sometimes even months that you're just in a fog and you're trying to shake it. But in those moments of trying to shake it, keep going. Okay, keep going. So I'm just going to run down a bunch of things that, in hindsight, looking back, that hopefully will provide inspiration to folks, understanding that even some of your friends are looking at you for these type of things, and they might not ever say anything to you about it, but trust me, there's, and I've been inspired by other people as well, as I went through high school and stuff like that, and then even into college. So, but you know, we just kind of on the outside looking in, and we're looking at how you're acting, how you're responding, your mannerism, things like that. So I'm going to run down a couple of things, and hopefully you guys can get a general perspective of what I mean of keep going. It'll be worth it. Okay. So it's going to be never underestimate your, and then I'm going to list like a lot of different things. I'm going to talk a little bit about it one by one. Never underestimate your actions, your words, your tone. So when I talk about tone, your tone can take a conversation a whole different directions. If you're in a tone of like I'm talking right now, I mean, what you're saying is going to come across a lot better to the other person who's listening. If you're in an angry tone, or your tone is high, or what have you, or even animated, it's going to come off as hostile. So your tone, okay? Also what you say, your enthusiasm and support, understanding. And understanding is a broad term because that can go into so many different levels of life, you know. So understanding could be something happened, you have an understanding, and how you reacted to it was everything. You know what I mean? So understanding is a big one. Involved, empathy, leading by example, your work ethic, and showing up. So I got a few more, but I'm gonna stop at showing up. So showing up, and I originally had named this this Zoom call, what have you, video, show up and show out. And showing up, my father used to say, showing up is 90% of everything. So if there's a particular thing you're supposed to do and you don't show up, you know, you're supposed to be there, then that says a lot about what I'm going to get into next. And then the other side of showing up is being on time. So that got drilled into me over the years, like either you're on time or you're late. And he was so right about it. I mean, being in the military as a Navy man, etc., you know, there was no excuse for not being on time. You know, people always talking about, oh, I want to be fastly late and all this and blah, 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 and all that. That's fine, but it still shows, and I'm going to go your character. So what do you cherish the most? And then your name. So we're going to talk about character and name real quick. So your name, my father always used to say, don't go out here messing around and mess up my good name. So that Martin name, your last name, is so important. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it gets you labeled. Your last name could get you labeled as being a certain way or acting a certain way. So don't be going out here doing this and doing that, whatever, you know, because you got that name. You're representing me and this family as a whole. So don't go up there acting up and doing stuff. Hold on one second. And so you got showing up, being on time. That's 90% of you know, how you think about other people. I don't like wasting people's time. Like, if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. You know what I mean? So you gotta see it from that perspective. And then the last one, and probably most important, is that, you know, I said that the good name, showing up, whatever, character, but then me coming up and actually being there and being present. I think that's one of the most important things, because you can't not show up and then not have an active, I guess, influence on what's going on if you're not even there. You know what I mean? So you got You got to be present. So you show up, and then the flip side of that, you show up, but you're not really engaged. You're not really involved. You're not, really participating in whatever's going on. So that's the flip side of it. So just wanted to drop that on y'all. So keep going. It'll all be worth it. Please don't let certain situations and sometimes people's ideas or whatever of how you should act, how you should be. You got to be your own person, and definitely don't let it, try to get through it as much as possible. Like I said, when you're going through hell, ain't nobody tell you to stop there. You keep on going. You understand what I'm saying? So, please keep going. Please keep going. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes it might seem hopeless. It might seem like there's no end to what's going on, but there's always a brighter day. And there's always the next day to improve on what you did the previous day and the previous day before that. So always keep that in mind. You always start fresh every day. And there's no reason you can't succeed at whatever you're going to do, and that you won't succeed getting through what you're going through. If that makes any sense. So that's today's message. I didn't have a long one today, but like I said, I'll be back on Thursday. I'll do like an Easter special. Talk a little bit about Good Friday and what that means, and then talk about Easter Sunday a little bit, and possibly some other stuff. So until next time, please keep going. It'll all be worth it. All right. See y'all on Thursday. Talk to you later. I'm going to hit the outro.